another Facebook Live. I'm Amanda. This is Eric. We are the founders of Hit Subscribe, the company that runs your blog. But did you know we do more than that? And that's what we're going to talk about today. That is our topic for discussion. We're going to talk about all the different types of content that we can provide for you. So I guess we'd start off with the most obvious thing. The thing that really we do most often right now is blog posts, but we don't just like kind of give you blog posts for the we deliver you content over and over week after week. So we got a lot of blog posts going through the editorial calendar every week, a lot of action on that front, but there is other stuff that we do too. Do you want to talk more about blog posts, or do you want to talk about the other stuff that we do?
You could subdivide blog posts into a few different categories. So not all blog posts are created equal. They serve different purposes. Probably if you were to like go start a blog and you didn't know a ton about blogging, you would mostly write off like that's what people do. They're like, here I am. I'm going to show the world my opinion about things. That's kind of the thing that most people start with. It's not like super valuable from a content marketing perspective. So what you start to then transition into is like answering reader questions. There are a few different forms of blog posts that answer reader questions. I mean, depending on how much I want to get into the nitty gritty of this, which in a venue like this is not a ton. So you have blog posts where you'll kind of like define a term or a concept that we think of as what is it posts.
Mm-hmm.
There are how-to blog posts. That's big in what we do, working
Tutorials.
with dev tools companies. So that's like, how do I get started with Docker or something? Guide posts or tip posts. So yeah, like Amanda said, most of the bread and butter of our work is blog posts, but we will do different sorts of blog posts for different clients. Different lengths, different things that go into them. So there's actually a surprising amount of variety in content marketing type blog posts.
Yeah, it's worth saying too that we also do we ghostwrite guest posts. So if you want to show up on someone else's blog and get yourself a backlink and get yourself some prestige, we'll we write that too, which is kind of a different type of blog post.
That's true. Yeah, guest posts on behalf of clients. You wouldn't see our names on any of them, but our work has appeared on Microsoft, on CIO.com,
Atlassian,
ReadWrite, yeah, a number of different places. So that's a good call. With blog posts, like if you go to a lot of blogs, you will see calls to action when you're reading company blogs where they say, like, hey, as long as you're here, we've got this guide that you can download if you give us your email address. The term for that in the marketing world is a piece of gated content or a lead magnet. We also do those. So those are things like white papers, eBooks. And what else do people use? Maybe some infographics or one-pagers. All of those are forms of content that we do. eBooks are long-form content. eBooks and white papers in conception are somewhat interchangeable. It becomes an ebook maybe when you like put it into Kindle and Nook and Amazon and
so we're working on an ebook right now for a client, and we do everything from like the creation of the content to like any customization they want to do. Like this particular client wants a kind of like a bundle of posts, but with a custom intro that kind of like ties everything together. And then, we write the about section about the client. We'll design the cover, and we'll also convert it to all the different ebook formats and make sure that everything's formatted correctly, and will show up really nice on a Kindle, show up really nice on a Nook, show up really nice on anything. So we do a pretty extensive job with ebooks. Like we don't just say, here's a Word doc, have your people take care of it. We could take it from start to finish. What else do we want to say? So ebooks, lead magnets, white papers, graphics. So it's not a like first class offering of content that we do, but we we do post graphics that are optimized to show up really well across social media. We do custom stuff, taking all of your colors and fonts and kind of like integrating it into a seamless kind of branded image to show up in your blog post. So when people share the link, a nice image will pop up along with it that's got your kind of style. And then infographics. What what else? What else?
Videos. We do
Videos.
video how-tos.
Yeah.
We have one particular client that does training materials, so we've
Mm-hmm.
been doing video for them.
Yeah.
A few other clients with content marketing concerns, we've done a little bit of video content. It's not as
Mm-hmm.
common. We are doing some videos for the Hit Subscribe YouTube channel as well. That's not something we're selling, but it's content.
Yeah, this guy right here is really up in the YouTube game. You are the pretty face of Hit Subscribe.
We've done landing pages, features
Yeah.
pages, a little bit of
Mhm.
sales copy for clients. That's kind of ad hoc. We do that where it makes sense. It's not a core offering of ours, but we're willing to do it where it helps, and it's gone pretty well so far.
Did you say documentation? We got
Not yet, but
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
We've done a bit of that. That's another thing that's kind of at the periphery, opportunistically helping clients with that at times.
Mm-hmm.
With documentation and with landing pages, there is a certain bit of economic difficulty to Hit Subscribe doing that, which is that our authors are techies, and the economics of that tend not to work. Like companies want to pay tech writers maybe to make their documentation, and they want to pay copywriting people to do landing pages. Those people typically don't charge as much as software developers. So that's a big part of the reason we don't kind of lead with that. Like sales copy written by software developers, is the economics of that are kind of iffy.
That's expensive. It's expensive.
But we have done it. Always open to the discussion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so we had one of our authors get to know a company's product pretty well, and tell other people how to use their product. So, and that went well, I think. Right? Right. Yeah.
So far, so good. Yeah, we've had good luck with all of these. It's just a question of, number one, how much do we do it? And number two, as sort of weirdly Hit Subscribe's sales arm, how much do I sell it? And with some of those more peripheral forms of content, not as much. I'm trying to think of anything else that we've done that would be pure content delivery.
I don't know. We do little things here and there, but actual creation of content and hand you the content, yeah, I think we probably covered just about everything that we have done.
Yeah, it's mainly blog posts. I guess
blog posts.
To broaden into the topic of how do we help clients, there's also consultative work that we do. Usually this is me doing it, advising clients on how to set up content marketing operations, in some cases to do their planning to create a buffet of posts. So there's a bit of strategic consulting that we're doing more and more on that front, keyword research, and a new offering we have. There's actually a video about this that I just did, which is what's called refurbishing blog posts. So you go take old blog posts that people are finding via Google search, but maybe aren't ranking quite as well as they could, and you do a sequence of things to them that kind of give them a boost. It's like a booster shot.
Yeah.
This is a weird metaphor.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that works, but we have like a little bit of time. Can you explain more about why you would optimize for a keyword and then go back and decide to optimize for a different keyword, and why that would be a successful like venture?
Yes, but let me explain something first. When we're talking about optimizing for a keyword,
Oh yeah.
When you go and you type something into Google, that's called a keyword. It's a search query. Industry jargon is that you think of those searches as keywords. And when you write a blog post that you want searchers to find, you're optimizing for that keyword. When you first write a blog post, you'll have an idea of who you want to find the post through their search. Often that works. You'll get to the front page in Google, you'll rank for that term. But sometimes for various reasons, maybe you don't quite make it onto the front page, or maybe you unexpectedly start to rank for something else entirely. Like you write a blog post about one topic and people actually start finding it with a slightly different topic search in mind. When that happens, you kind of want to go with it as long as the content is relevant. So you might tweak that content a little bit to be more relevant for the new thing that people are finding you for. you reshuffle it a little bit and then re-optimize the post for that term.
Yeah, I like that. So you start off guessing at what the people that you want to attract are going to type into the search bar. And if you guess slightly wrong, you can go back and retool it. That's what refurbishing means. And that's a little off message, I guess, from this Facebook Live, what kind of type of content that we deliver, but it's how we tweak the content that we deliver.
Well, the broader topic was how do we help our clients? That seems like it helps.
Yeah. I thought that was really interesting, so I thought that was worth sharing.
What is it John Lennon said? Life is what happens when you're busy making other plans. So that applies to blog posts. But it probably better applies to like just life philosophically.
He also said, imagine all the people.
Where are we at time-wise?
Time to go. Time to have dinner before I say more weird stuff.
So that's it. I can't really think offhand about too many other forms of content, though I will say we are open to lots of different forms of content.
Yeah, that's the other thing is that I would definitely like kind of preface, this is the kinds of content we have done so far, and this is the kind of content, up to this point we would definitely be open for any kinds that people, want. We're pretty good at this stuff at this point. So.
There's a lot of overlap between different kinds of content delivery, so we're looking at and exploring maybe getting more into video and also maybe like audio forms, like helping clients with podcasts. So stay tuned. We might have more stuff later.
Yeah. Stay tuned because we're going to be back. We're going to be back next week. What are we going to be talking about? We might be doing the house tour. You see, our house is pretty cool, and I thought it might be nice to do a tour. We can walk you to the beach, which is right across the street.
Yeah, let's have a beach party next week.
Oh, a beach party.
It'll still be kind of sunny at this time because daylight savings.
Join us next week for a beach party. Bye.